minutes. 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Here we are again. Oh, Chapman disappeared from it. What's happened? Everyone gone. Hello, 16.
Un momento.
Memento. Hang on. Marcus has got to go and.
Marcus has had enough.
Already, you've only been on the show about 30 seconds. Is that better? I'm not sure what he done then, but we don't want to know.
Put his aircon on, I reckon.
He put the aircon on. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I need the aircon on. I'll just put my aircon on.
I got mine on. Believe me, I need it.
My aircon is called a fan.
Yeah. Well.
That's better. Right. Okay. Anyway. Get rid of that. Right. Okay. Is everyone all good? What's Terry got? He's got his little hand fan.
It's right here on the app.
There are 75 degrees.
5. What's that in room?
That's
control my air.
Marcus, can you change that to Celsius? What does that work out to? About 25? Sort of low. I don't know. Anyone good at working? Anyone good at maths? I can't remember what the calculation is, but there is.
You have to lob off 30 and halve it, or something like that, don't you?
Right,
I can do the calculation.
That'd be 45 half. That'd be 22 and a half. 22.5 degrees in.
Yeah, that's very comfortable.
And Terry's got his remote control. He's adjusting.
I've just changed mine now. I've got it on 26 degrees centigrade.
Put on 25 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go.
That was from your remote. Now
anyway,
fan on.
Everyone good in the chat? I'm sure they are. Someone was in the chat, shall we?
Yeah.
Dave Cullen was here first. You see my chat disappeared again. Dave, I did see it, so I am witnessed. You actually put something like gold again or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I don't know why it disappears, Dave, to be fair. It just disappears. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're feeling better. Captain Kirk's here, and Suzanne and Captain Joe's in the hat. Buttons don't work also. And Quackers.
Hi, Quackers.
And Harvey. Buenas noches, Jackie.
Jackie.
And Terry's here. Oh, he's here.
I'm here.
J-Bird, how you doing?
And TJ.
And KF. Is that Keith?
That's Keith.
KF, right.
Keith, yeah. KF Drone. Drone Horizons, how you doing? That's Justin. Oh, yeah.
The eye in the sky.
I was writing his name down one of these days. I can remember who they all are.
Steve Knowles, Sue.
I got that far down the list here. Where is everyone? I've gone down this list and it's like for the same people. The same people keep. Oh, here he is.
TJ's at work and he's bored. Bless him.
Who's that? TJ. Oh yeah, TJ. Trying to save him from boring
work.
You should get a job working Sundays, mate. That's what you're going to be doing. Eye of the sky, how you doing?
Yeah.
I think. Oh, no.
Dave, Cullen back. Welcome back, Dave.
Media.
Yep, Dave's back. He's
Alan.
Alan. Right. I finished it.
Alan's got a new movie out yesterday.
Yeah, did you see Alan's new video? Holy cow.
Sometime, guys.
Caroline's in the house.
Sweet Caroline.
Are we ever going to get bored with doing that? I don't think so. Right.
Probably never.
Never. Right. Okay. So
we're going to have to do. Terry and Steve and I are going to have to perform live for Caroline at the 2025 Spanish meetup. We'll have to sing the whole song.
Yes.
We'll do just that.
Yeah.
I'll bring a guitar with me. There we
Yeah,
are.
They come in as well.
Good plan. I'm going to rush and take the guitar and aeroplane before. That'd be interesting. See what state that gets in. Here's your guitar, sir. 3 pieces. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You've got a tube of glue. I'll have a word with Al so I can use some of his super glue and baking powder. Stick it back together.
No, whatever happened to Al Duran?
I don't know.
I've seen him in a while.
He's disappeared.
Huh?
Well,
Yeah.
he cracked so many times, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was a danger of that man. He
He probably hasn't got any drones left. He'd probably drown them all or something. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's possible.
let's bring on our guest.
Yes.
Do it in style. The best.
What a nice man.
What a very nice guy. There he
Yeah,
is.
he is. He's a really.
Let's welcome this week's Drone Seekers live show special guest.
Here he is.
Hi, everyone.
The very important in the middle. I see you stuck over there, Kev. I know you done it, mate. You got it. No, you're not important. You are, but
I was enjoying that
It's not
spot,
time
but
for-
never mind. You can have it, John.
Anyway, welcome to our first show. It's nice to have a new guest on. We've never had on the show before. And it's always and so you're from Sheffield? Or
Sheffield, yeah.
Sheffield? And I'm sure
Sheffield.
I know another guy from Sheffield.
we know lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Is it Jay's part of the Yorkshire Drone Seekers?
YDS. Woohoo! Cool.
Yeah.
It's a drone hotbed in Sheffield.
Yeah. Yeah, what a crew, hey?
Well, you got. I mean, there are some very interesting places. I mean, obviously, you got the module. How far is the? Probably that mine I went to up there.
Well, you got Lady Bower, is quite close, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's about 15 minutes for me.
Yeah, I love. That's a smashing place to fly, isn't it? Lady Bower.
I'm trying to think
You're
where that
thinking
mine is. I went up there.
Magpie. You're thinking of Magpie, aren't you?
Magpie Mine. That's the one. That's
Well, mine.
Yeah.
yeah.
Where did we go, Steve, when we visited?
Well, we went up to. Oh grief. Was it Chester? No, not Chester. No, what the hell? I can't remember what it was, Terry. I really can't remember what it was. You know, Jay,
That Lady Bower.
there's like a circular.
What, the plug hole?
It all lights up at night. There's all star signs on it.
Map of the world, wasn't it? Or map of the stars.
That's at Winksworth, wasn't it? Was it Winksworth or something?
Yeah, I think you're right. I have
Yeah.
seen that. It's on my list to go.
Well,
Yeah, because you was there as well, Kev, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there, yeah. Yeah.
Well, we went to that castle. Well, not castle. Well, it was like a big mansion house.
Yeah.
Until being converted. It used to be. It's been a zoo. It's been an old boarding school. I think it was. Obviously a stately house as well. I can't remember what it's called.
I can't think of that one.
I'm absolutely. I'm sure if anyone in the chat can remember, if Steve's in the chat somewhere lurking there, someone please let us know because I've forgotten.
That Lady Bower dam with the plug hole. I saw a
Yeah.
video recently where people get too close to it and their drones get sucked down. And
Well,
then,
the guy.
yeah, they find all the drones, don't they?
Yeah,
Well,
the guy actually went in there and actually
Yeah.
got the drones out. And
It was Paul Morton, who you featured on your show a while back. He actually recovered two people's drones.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
right, yeah. And then he found
he actually
both the
contacted.
owners, didn't they?
Because one of the SD cards had some absolutely amazing
Yeah.
footage on it.
That's right. And they found the guy, didn't they?
Yeah,
And he
Reunited
ran
with the
away,
drone.
got it back to him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a dam close by here, the Awahi Dam, and it has a similar feature,
Yeah.
and they call it a glory hole.
Oh,
I'm just telling you, that's what they call it. I know everybody's laughing, but I think it was called that long before, I don't
right.
know. But again, just like what you're talking about,
Things
people
get lost
fly their
in here.
drones there, and if they get too close to the middle, whoop, off they go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously, the idea of it is literally like an overflow, isn't it? Is like when the water gets too high, it just goes out and.
So it's basically popular for more reasons than one.
Yeah. and to flush unwanted drones away.
Yeah. Basically, it's a toilet hole.
So, Jay, how long have you actually been flying drones? That's what I want to know. I always ask that question, but
Probably about 3 years, because I started off with a Mavic Mini, and I'm going to give Chris Pickering a bit of a shout out for that, because he did sort of help me with a lot of the way how to fly, getting smoother and stuff like that. And initially we went out quite a lot together, but as I started to move more towards the FPV style of things, my whole sort of the way I made my videos, it just changed. Jackie's probably seen where I started from, and she's sort of seen a lot of my journey. What's happened now is that FPV, I think I've been flying for about a year and a half. It's so different.
Seduced by the dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kirk, Captain Kirk, he actually helped me quite a bit as well. He did spend a lot of time sort of, telling me to go, like, for how to fly, slow down, whatever. So I was quite nervous. But the Avata for me was probably the best drone, because you could put it in manual mode, and if you thought that you were going to lose it or anything was going to happen, you could just put the button.
yeah.
And how quick it can just stop is insane.
So with the Avata are we talking about the Avata, the original Avata, or we talking about the Avata 2?
Yeah. I've still got it.
So when you fly that in manual mode, what sort of speeds does it do roughly?
Well, when I first started, it just seemed so fast. I mean, when you're up in the air and you're starting to practice, you stay as high as possible because you've got a safety net. Because if anything was to go wrong, you've got so much ground to sort of get back to where you want to be.
Panicking and not a building.
Yeah, but then you realise how good these pilots are, because the lower you get, even though you're going slow, because the motion is so fast, you think you're going quicker than what you actually are. And
It was fast, didn't it?
It's really, the first time I ever experienced that was my first car, which was actually a Mini, and although it probably wasn't capable of doing
but
that,
because you're closer to the ground. Same thing, isn't it?
50 or 60 miles, so like I was doing 102 miles. Well,
Let me take you for a ride in the Corvette, Steve.
I'd love to.
so, I mean, one of the beauties of the whole hobby with this is that whether you're a Mavic pilot, whether you're an FPV pilot, there's so much advice that people are willing to give each other, and everyone just sort of has kind of I won't say respect, but just kind of like if like you'll recognise the DJI bag, and sometimes we've been out in the peaks and we've just seen someone walking along, and straight away they're a stranger, and you're like, oh, you've got a drone.
You talk to them straight away, wouldn't you?
It's a very friendly.
It is.
And as you rightly say, there's no, should I use the word, snobbery in drone flying. Whatever sort of drone you fly, whether it's FPV mainly, or whether it's just camera drones you fly mainly, there's none of this, oh, you're one of them. And that's what I like about it, because I'm interested in both of them. FPV, the nearest I've got is obviously the DJI FPV drone and the Avata. None of them have ever flown in manual mode. I mean, that's I want to do it one day, but who knows? It may happen, it may not. But, it's still fun regardless. It doesn't matter. Right.
Well, sorry, go on. I'll let you go.
We've got some videos to watch, and we're going to show one of your videos now. If I can find it. And Woodhead Pass. There we go.
Oh, I watched that today.
that'd be right.
How cool was that?
It's just great. He just gets that so low and sort of, you know.
Yeah, that
Right.
feeling
What a
of
beautiful
speed.
location, too.
Yeah.
That location was cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually with two really good drone pilots there, Corey and Eric. They're far better than me, but it always pays to fly with people who I think are better than what you are, because when you see them do things, not only can they teach you stuff, but they also, you can watch them on the sticks and see what they're doing and how they're doing it. So I'm quite grateful for all the people that I've met, to be fair.
So what made you? Was it just people you sort of hang out with the FPV? I mean, obviously you said you was going out flying with Chris Pickering quite often. But obviously, then you suddenly. What made you suddenly switch? Did you think, "I'll try an FPV, see how it goes"?
Like all of us, it all started off with just me just watching drone videos and just like being amazed by them. And then one drunken night, I ordered one off eBay and I didn't even realise I ordered it.
It was what was that? Was that the Avata then, or was this?
No, it was the Mini One. And when the parcel arrived, because I'm self-employed, so it came to my business, and the postman come and went, "What's that?" And I thought, "Oh my God, my wife better not see this."
It wasn't very expensive deer. No, it was very cheap deer. Yeah, I got a bargain deer.
So I snuck it into the office, opened it, and thought, "Oh my God, I bought a drone." So. So I flew it locally quite a few times, but then obviously you then get bored. And then I started going to a few churches, a couple of places of interest. But then I think a lot of my friends and family got bored of just watching like 8-minute videos of me just aimlessly flying around.
Have you seen the latest video you watch on YouTube? They're sitting there going, "Are you watching this?" Yeah. I have this problem all the time. I really do.
To you, it's like really, really like amazing, but to the other person, they don't always see it that way, because after about 2-3 minutes, they're bored. That's when Chris sort of said to me, "You need to start to edit your videos a little bit." So he kind of helped me along that journey. So, you know, like I said, I'm quite grateful to people that I've met along the way.
I mean, I haven't spoken to Chris for a long while now. I mean, I know he's you know, he's been flying. I can't remember. Well, it was Magpie Mines, and last time I met up with Chris, and that was quite a while ago. So I mean, I haven't seen many posts actually from Chris lately. I'm assuming he's all okay, but
you know, I think he's all right. I think he's started to concentrate more on his photo side of things, because he's always
photography, hasn't it? A lot with his son.
yeah. Well, his son's getting into. I think his son's getting into photography as well. So So how many drones do you actually possess now? Then you had the mini one.
Turn the volume down before I answer that question, so people don't hit nothing. I mean, I think my style of flying, to answer it quite quickly, is I think let me just have a quick count. 1, 2, 3.
Too many if he's got
Too many.
Wow.
I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 5.
Right.
So I've got.
You'll get there one of these days.
Just look behind Marcus. Marcus
doesn't know how many he's got.
Marcus is like a shop.
I think we should challenge Marcus one day to name all his drones. Mind you, pretty would as well, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Probably take the whole show to do that, though.
I could come pretty close. I really do need to tag those cases. I do.
I mean, Marcus, roughly, I don't want an exact number here because you might have had to do that, but roughly, you got in excess of 20 drones or 30?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, you don't keep all of them, do you? I mean, some of them you actually sort of part with when you've done what you need to do.
So I have every single DJI mini drone ever made. I mean, I'm talking about the SEs, the 3 standard. I've got them all, and then of course I've got the Air 3, and I've got the Mavic 3 Pro, and then then over here there's a selection of Skydio, Femi, Hudson. There's a few others.
I think I've got a funny feeling in September 2025 you might be losing your Skydio.
Then they start sending you stuff in the mail,
Yeah,
See, I always think I've actually got 4 drones. I've actually got 5 because I've got this little baby here.
Steve,
Oh, that's what
Doesn't matter
you're
how
talking
big.
my language, buddy. I love that.
I love that little drone. It's just
$20, man. That thing
Yeah,
is cool.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
DJI are bringing out one that looks a little bit.
Oh,
like,
this is something. Is it the Neo?
yeah,
Neo.
they named it after my old cat. Did you know?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What was the? Because there was obviously the Tello as well, though. But that sort of was the.
I have one of them.
Yeah.
The Tello was great. Yeah, the Tello was awesome. Yeah.
I remember someone who's heard about the Neo.
Yeah.
The Neo is going to be pretty cool because it's, at least in the United States here, it's going to be light enough that it will be legal to fly over people, right? So 139 grams, you'll be able to fly over people with it, which, that's kind of a limited thing. But, it comes with a controller, so that's a good sign. Plus, I know it's got some automated features. We'll just have to see. Depends on the quality of the camera, right? We don't know that yet. So many unknowns.
I've got a feeling it may well be more of a. Is it more like an
Looks like an indoor one, doesn't it?
Perhaps, Steve. I think that's possible. But
I was just reading up Don Cullen's comment there. This show's only an hour.
I read somewhere, I don't know if it's true, but they reckon it's going to go up against that. Did you see that selfie drone? Because I thought it was a scam at first. And
that thing that looks like a mobile phone that then flies.
And it folds, doesn't it?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
one.
completely blocked in, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw one of them a few weeks ago, and this woman just got it out and it launched off her hand, and then she had a fit because it flew off towards the water, and I think she wasn't expecting
Is that hover X?
Yeah,
the
that's
hover.
it.
The 00 Robotics hover. They actually wanted to send me one for review, and I turned them down. I probably should have.
Caroline said, "At what point do you go from a hobby to an obsession?"
Yeah, at that point.
Well, with the fact
Doesn't matter either way, does it?
It's an illness, really, isn't it?
It is an illness. My wife keeps telling me, "Can't you get a cheaper illness?"
So Carolyn is saying 2.7K. Do we know that yet, Carolyn? I haven't seen that.
Really?
On the Neo, she's saying.
Wow.
But Jai, you had the Mini, the original Mavic Mini. That 2.7K looked really good.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I found it quite insane because some of my early flights, I've not been back to those places, and the detail in it, I'm just like, I can't believe how sharp it was, for 2.7.
Yeah.
Because the longer you have your drones, you become a bit more sort of obsessed with your footage. You try to get it as sharper and clearer and auto. Amazing.
It's actually a frustrating thing about the shows. Obviously, when we show like videos, people have actually done, really made a cracking job of it. Unfortunately, we are limited to 720 on 720. So obviously, any videos we show on here, please don't say, "Oh, that's not very good quality." But go
and watch it on 4K on the big telly because
you need to.
Amazing.
Whoever we have on here, guests, go to the channel, check it out. In reality, you'll see the full quality then, and if they haven't done in 4K, then that's down to them. But unfortunately, if someone's doing 8K here, I'm still showing 5 and 720 because I'm limited. All right. Anyway, right. Onwards and upwards. Let's have a watch another video.
Uno más.
Yes. Dos.
like that.
See, I would like to do that again because I got took to that car park because I was trying to learn how to control my throttle. So one of the lads called Tyler, he actually says, "Come and fly at the car park." So although that video may look okay, but for me now, watching it back now, it's not as good. Yeah, well, yeah, marginally better, but it's just the fact that it was just to get keep my drone at the right height all the time.
You go the wrong height, you hit the roof, and you.
You place to place, isn't it?
It's a great place, but I think I'm worried too much about other cars. That's been my biggest fear. Like, oh my god!
Or if anybody
You
came
can
to
early or late at night, and there's not many cars about then.
Imagine someone come back to the car and his drone and go flying past. What the hell was that?
You'd have to go under it, wouldn't you, Kev? You met him.
IKEA car, IKEA parking. IKEA car. Was no one's at IKEA. No one goes shopping at IKEA. Oh, no. TJ says he wants to do that.
Yeah.
And that is the thing as well, as Caroline said, it's really hard in manual because obviously the first thing is obviously the throttle is a whole different ball game, isn't it? Because obviously, you've got to sort of it's pull the thing right down to the bottom. Well, it's down at the bottom, isn't it? Because as soon as you start going upwards, you'll pick up speed.
I mean, there's a guy called Corey FPV. If ever you guys want to have a look, and he's for a friend of mine, Adrian Johnson FPV. He's in the chat tonight. We tend to go out flying together because we started a couple of months apart from each other, and we came from a Mavic background, so we kind of like learnt together in a sense. But then Corey was the sort of guy who we sort of aspired to fly like. He was kind of like our inspiration, as you like. And we went flying with a few times, and we were just like a bunch of school kids, just like looking at someone like, wow, he's really good at flying low and fast. So that's kind of like where we've tried to like emulate, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, you look on YouTube and look at some of the FPV footage on there, you think, how on earth do you? Going downwards and go for the tiniest of gaps, I mean,
and the speed that they go at as well.
Yeah, and the speed, that's what kills you. Yeah,
it's the reaction time that just blows my mind away because they're being faced with something like out of nowhere, but they've got that reaction and that ability to, and they make it look so easy and smooth. It's just smooth that I can't get over.
I mean, I sometimes think that you're probably taking them ages. You've already crashed about 5 drones in the process, but I'm not so sure about that because if they have, they've got a hell of a good way of actually joining their videos together because it looks smooth and faultless to me. But
I mean, someone made a good point today. I mean, Dino, who I went flying with today, he basically said, as long as you enjoy it, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. And I just think that's the best.
Yeah, that's the best advice going. Yeah.
I totally agree. I fly for what I like to do, and if people like it, great. If they don't, whatever.
All at different levels, aren't we? There'll always be someone better, always be someone worse. Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
But I don't think in this sport, this hobby, I don't think there is that bitchiness. There is no.
There isn't.
Look at me, I'm much better than you. Look at me. What are you trying to do there? The more likely to come over and say to you, "I'll show you how to do this."
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it?
Jackie used to be so good with camera drones. She was getting so cinematic and everything.
I was not.
I saw your video. They were getting kind of like they were getting to a different level.
She got seduced by the dark side, guys. She got seduced by FPV.
Yeah, we all fair.
I'm not really sure now, so I'm mixing the two images.
Took you a while.
It just took Jackie another level to do.
Yeah.
She got bored with just flying drones sort of like that way all the time. She wanted to try and fly drones that way.
I did have a go with Caroline's Beaver in manual mode, and oh my god, it's hard. I knew it was going to be difficult, but I wasn't expecting that.
Jackie,
people driving manual mode, didn't you, Terry?
You need to buy a controller because Jackie, you would be great in manual mode. I know you could do it.
I don't know if
you'd
I've
be
got the
awesome.
patience.
You can.
No.
I mean, when I first started on a simulator, and I'm not joking, I think it took me a week to take off, and I must have tried it 3 or 4 times, and I just thought,
So why not just stick with it?
I just thought, I don't know why I bought this Avata. I'm just going to stick with it with the motion controller. But once you take off, the problem that you get is all your videos are quite stagnant because every pack that you do, you're learning every single time. You're getting better and better and better and better. So that's why now when I look back at some of my past videos, where I've got to now in terms of my throttle control and how I can control the drone, it's a lot smoother now. Whereas before, when I thought it was great, when I look at it now, I just think, maybe it's not so great. But yeah.
No, but the good thing about looking back, as you said earlier on, when you watched that video in the car park originally, it was great. Now you look at it, you go, but it proves one thing though, you've made progress. So it does prove.
Yeah, that's the most important
We
thing.
all look
Yeah,
at our early ones, we think that, don't we?
yeah.
So
That's what makes it so fun because you can go back and do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Cullen wants to talk about Furlough. He's got a jockey biscuits. Like.
Well, I just been called Terry Paella.
If you learn how to fly in manual, Jackie, don't tell Harvey. Just don't tell him. And then when you guys go out and fly, say, yeah, let's have a little game of chase. He'll never keep up with you. You'll just be gone.
Okay, I've been flying manual for 2 months and love it. There we are.
Moon rabbit.
Yeah. Another converted person. That's today's thing to do, isn't it? You know, it's just one day, hey, one day. Right, okay. Yeah, Boots Folly. Yeah.
You're thinking that's old, but if you haven't seen it before, it completely stands the time, doesn't it?
It's good, especially the bird. How did you fly a bird?
I was a bit worried at first because when it first came along, I was like, "Oh my god, I better get out of the way." And I think Chris was with me at the time. He goes, "Don't worry, he goes, stay where you are. It's nowhere near you. Just having a look." I couldn't believe it when it just came like that.
That was a kite, wasn't it? Was it a kite? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you probably think he's off. Is that dinner? Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, going near that.
Yeah, I'm going to stay well away from that. Johnny,
Hey, Steve. Yeah, Johnny and TechStarts Drone Guy have joined us.
Yeah.
Well,
Now, Johnny,
Hi there.
Johnny has just built his second FPV drone. He just finished it. So, you know, he's a guy that's all camera drones.
Yeah.
And he started with the Avata, and now he's got 2 home builts. And, he's flying FPV a lot now.
cool.
Excellent.
Oh, you have to tell me your V-copter then, Johnny.
I went to,
It's a great.
and I have to thank Adrian as well because I bought my first soldering iron and then I've never looked back since.
That looks massive. That's all. My
No, it's not. It's tiny. It's just...
Oh, I say. I thought you said I was like a screwdriver. How's he got there? Wow. I'm soldering every day. I see soldering. I'm like, wow.
Hey, we
John Coopy in the house now.
yeah, Steve, I just noticed we got the legendary John Coopy is joining us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of
I've seen John for an age.
Hey, listen,
I could be
dead
wrong.
serious.
I could be
His
wrong.
last video on his last build of his last FPV drone. Even if you're not an FPV guy, it is fascinating to watch him put that drone together.
Unless someone can correct me, I think John Cooper was the first ever FPV pilot.
On our show.
I'm sure
Oh no, that was Jackie.
Yeah. No.
No, before Jackie was flying FPV.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was John. Yeah, I think it was John.
it was Coopy.
Yeah.
Jeannie says, "Hi Terry, you're being quiet today."
I'm listening actually, Jeannie. I was about to say evening, Jeannie, but no, I'm listening.
He's waiting for his joke of the week.
I'm
Yes, I got a good one.
I was a bit early yet.
He said he's sitting there writing the joke down, making his own joke.
We need a few more videos yet before the joke, don't we?
John gives
Oh,
it.
crikey, yeah.
We seek him there. We seek him there. He's a 3D printing guru as well.
Wow.
He does. Coop does a lot of 3D printing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
A quick thing that I just want to mention, that first video that you showed at Woodhead, the reason why I went there was I actually built that drone that I flew, and that was actually an 8-inch drone, which was the SpeedyBee, the Fold.
Wow.
So
Oh wow.
I wanted a big drone, but I didn't want to carry it around. So with this, it actually just folds out. So it's obviously easy to transport.
I can only
Holy
imagine the feeling of
guacamole.
accomplishment when you did that.
Yeah.
You know, build your own drone, then fly it.
But the problem is, when sometimes when you build it and fly it, it doesn't fly how you think it's going to fly. And
Oh no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Well, Terry,
Bloody thing.
Yeah.
I really cried.
Terry built a drone and it went woo! And I said,
Didn't
"We're going to bring it back."
Then I was flying another one in the tennis court, and it did exactly the same thing over the house next door. So I had to get my bike out, and I raced round, and it was sat in the road, and it was still going.
You were lucky.
Oh, was I
have
lucky?
you
Oh,
still got
yeah.
it, Terry? Have you still got it?
No, I gave them all to
Robin.
Robin.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know what Robin's done with them.
Oh,
Is that
I'm
fine? It was
interested to
fine.
know what everyone's drone was as well.
It was
Sorry, Ray.
Silly whoop, wasn't it?
It was a city walk, yeah.
Yeah,
City Whoop, yeah.
just a silly whoop.
Yeah,
Mine was a cheapo £50 drone that I bought for the kids, but secretly it was for me. And then I remember flying it.
Yeah.
I bought so much drone.
Lucky for you, they weren't Blasted.
40, 50 pound drones that don't even fly, and it's awful.
I did buy one off eBay in madness. It wasn't drunken mad, it was just madness. I thought, oh, FPV drone. I'll buy one. There's a whole bag of stuff I'm looking at for myself. What the hell am I going to do with this? Quite simple. I sold it. Bring it up.
I still like flying the potato.
That's a great.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Michael said he actually does a Texas-sized FPV drone you got there.
The one thing I like about the Spud, as we call it, it's the sound it makes when it boots up. It just sounds like it means it's just like
it's like really exciting.
But I mean, when you put that in sport mode,
like a chainsaw.
When you put that in sport mode and hit that button, I mean, does it
go? But that's the first FPV you flew, Jackie, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You know, if they had that same drone again with a better camera and with like the Goggles 3, they'd have something.
Well, I think the biggest fear for me with that drone, because the way I was starting to fly it, I thought, how long is this going to be before I smash it into a wall and totally trash it? So I thought, I've got a better idea. Why don't I just sell it while it's still in one piece?
I do like the Goggles 3 though, Marcus. They are.
What do I like about them?
No, I like them. I said.
Oh yeah. You just bought them, didn't you, Terry?
I have, yeah.
Joey, how did you get on? Obviously, when you first went over to FPV, I mean, I know everyone's going to say that. So, with flying with goggles, it's a whole new experience, isn't it? Completely.
Yeah.
I mean, and so when you fly, do you stand or sit?
I'll sit. I can't stand up.
No.
I feel like I'm going to fall over.
See, I always stand up. That's just me. I don't know. But the other side about I'm flying manually. Maybe if you were to fly manually, you wouldn't have to sit because you've got more twists and turns, and you'd probably fall over, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, there's some people who can't sit. I mean, like Corey, who goes flying with us, he can't sit, and when he sees me sitting down, he obviously takes the mickey out of us, but then we take the mickey out of him standing up. But I think each to their own, really. Whatever you feel comfortable with,
isn't it?
So when you stand in flight, does he sort of like stand on one leg and keep moving your body back like this the whole time?
Well, he's ex-military, so he's obviously used to standing up straight. But you do get other people whose necks we look like we're in a trance sometimes when we're flying. When we look back at our footage, we're sometimes sat there like that, and we're like, our heads like this, and we're flying.
That's the Marcus.
You perfectly too. I'm looking to pass through. Hey,
hi, Marcus.
You wonder why your neck's hurting, and you're like,
head tracking though.
You go work next day, you like sitting there, my neck's off. I don't know why.
Oh, Marcus is watching porn.
Harry, don't tell.
I'm sorry.
all right.
I'm guilty, no shame sitting. Well, I mean, that's the thing as well. I suppose when you are sitting down, it's actually quite secure in the fact that
you don't have to worry about falling over, because I mean, you've seen some of the places I fly sit on the edge of cliffs. I don't want to stand there, do I? I'm like, fall off.
When I first started flying, I think it was my 7th or 8th flight. I was actually going around a tree, and because I was sat on some soft grass, the chair kind of like sank into the mud a bit more on one side because I was willing the drone to go a certain way. I did fall off my chair.
You fell off your chair.
The other thing, Jackie, don't take a chair near the edge of the cliff.
Yeah. I don't carry any extras. I just sit on my bum.
Find a nice rock to sit on, nice warm rock.
Yeah.
My chair when it's available.
Well, you've left it there, yeah.
Well, you haven't done that, no.
Oh, the second row.
The point of impact when I fall out, that's it, Anyway, Is it that time? Well, yeah.
No, it's not that time yet. Is
We're
it?
going to show the video first anyway.
Another video. Be patient, Caroline. Be patient.
Patience is a virtue, Caroline. There's
To have it is a must.
This one's called SpeedyBee. Enjoy.
It's so different to the car park, isn't it? You can do so much with FPV, can't you?
I have a feeling. You said it was near surprise view somewhere. I'm sure when you go to surprise view, that way you have to sort of literally walk up quite a way up until you get to the top.
Yeah.
From the car park.
You've got a car park, and if you follow the path, it gets a bit steep, but you're walking along the edge. It's quite really nice views up there.
I think we went up there. I was up there in one March. We got all the way up the top there, and someone put a drone up and went, "Nah, don't even fly for me." And we'll drive back down again. It was far too windy. It was, I think it was.
Well, the walk down is easier than the walk up, though. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to the top. I'm just got my breath back. I'll just roll back down. What the hell? Anyway, yes, Caroline, it is that time now, Caroline.
Yes, okay, Caroline, we're waiting. I know. Come on, hurry up.
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
As a bagpiper, I play many gigs, and recently I was asked by a funeral director to play at a graveside service for a homeless man. He had no family or friends, so the service was to be at a pauper's cemetery in the back country. And as I was not familiar with the backwoods, I got lost. Finally arrived about an hour late and saw the funeral guy had evidently gone, and the hearse was nowhere in sight. There was only the diggers and crew left, and they were eating lunch. I felt badly, and I apologised to the men for being late. I went to the side of the grave and I looked down. The vault lid was already in place. I didn't know what else to do, so I started to play. The workers put down their lunches and began to gather around. I played out my heart and soul for this man with no family or friends. I played like I'd never played before for this homeless man. And as I played Amazing Grace, the workers began to weep. They wept, I wept, we all wept together. When I finished, I packed up my pipes and started for my car. Though my head hung low, my heart was full. As I opened the door to my car, I heard one of the workers say, I've never seen nothing like that before. And I've been putting in septic tanks for 20 years.
Terry's joke of the week.
Oh, you had us guessing on that one, Terry. You always try and guess the punchline. We missed that.
That wasn't bad, was it?
Oh, we got it. Caroline, did you like that one?
Oh, we got some laughs
Yeah,
from Caroline.
Caroline
That's good.
Oh,
Young Rabbit liked it.
Yeah.
oh dear.
Yeah. When I saw that, I thought, "Oh, I've got to have that one."
Indeed. Right. Well, this is not a bagpipe, but it's a fiddler's elbow.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was
And
good.
pretty close, you come around the corner, you come very close to the it's like a light bulb.
Yeah.
That was very close to us.
Well, the thing is, with the 5-inch drones, because of the power that they've got, you can sometimes, like, if you get the odd little branch and leaf, you can actually, like, you can hit it at the speed.
Yeah.
Not always, but
A really cool logo as well.
I love that. That's good.
Yeah.
How cool is that? It looks just like
by the way, that was made for me by Corey on he used artificial intelligence Copilot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just download it, and it's quite good fun actually.
So
Yeah.
was that actually a photograph? Was that initially a photograph, and it just sort of created that then? Or?
No, you just type in a description as to what you want. So it's all about how you type and what you type,
cool.
and it creates something. Because when he made it, he goes, "That actually looks like you." So
Yeah, it does,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Look.
I just thought
Amazing, isn't it?
A photograph or something. Or what's that? Scott France to some.
Yeah, he's done drawings, isn't he?
Yeah, indeed. I'm doing for time. Right, I think we'll press on with another video because I don't want to miss what Marcus is going to say.
Jack,
Something.
do you have a link to JAI's channel?
Yeah, I'll post it. I'll post it while you play the next video.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do it. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
I like that.
Do you go out with your camera drones now, Joe? Do you stick to the
Sorry?
FPV? Do you
I
still
haven't
go
got a
out?
camera drone anymore.
You haven't?
No. Yeah.
Real turn to the dark
Nice. Oh,
I'm trying to get to a point where I can fly an FPV drone, kind of like how a Mavic flies, but you can't replicate that gimbal, like the top-down shot, moving the gimbal as you're moving back and forward. So, yeah, probably if I sell one of them, I'll probably buy one. So I don't want to accrue any more drones.
I mean, I suppose actually, but trying to fly FPV and film like a camera drone is even more of a challenge for you, isn't it? So I mean, you've seen so many videos where they are very, very smooth flying. So why bother?
Yeah, but it's like the top down shot. So if your drone's there and you're filming something there, and you've got your camera facing down, and you move up, things like that. You just can't. And with the road,
you'd fly your drone downwards, Joey.
it's a lot harder. I've been trying that today.
Someone said you turn the motors off for a minute. That works apparently.
Yeah, it's too slow for you now, Jai, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no. 2 more years, I'll be back on it.
I mean, Caroline. I mean, she flies a lot of FPV planes as well. Caroline's a real sort of FPV sort of expert, and she's still got a Mini 2. How much she flies it, I don't know.
yeah, she does fly it. She's flying it in Spain, and she flew it when she had a problem with her controller for her FPV. So it's always good as a backup drone.
Yeah,
she flew it when we were there.
Yeah, camera drones. They're good for a backup drone. Yeah.
Marcus, you got to sell all your drones. They're only good for a backup drone. You only need one.
I mean, for FPV pilots.
Yeah, those guys, I'll stick with a slow old camera. Well, they are. And to be honest with you, I still, one of the actual settings I love on a drone is the very slow mode, sort of like cine. What do you call it?
Cine mode, yeah.
Yeah.
So my favorite FPV videos are the I don't know what you call them. The cinematic long range FPV drones, the bigger ones where you're flying over mountains and ridges, like mine has a lot of like yours. And then of course the fly throughs are just stunning. They're just amazing when you see people do the fly throughs with them.
Well, who was the guy? I know he got into trouble over it. It was still a bloody fabulous video where he was flying in and out of the train and whatever. Do you remember?
No.
That was Nurk. Yeah, he got fined big time for that. But he made way more off the video than the fine.
What fantastic flying, though.
I mean, to fly on one train and actually just
I'll be interested to see that.
Oh, it's really good.
Look, NURK.
Yeah,
Nurk FPV, I think.
It's absolutely. One of the very first FPV videos I watched, someone said, "What's this?" And I was like, "Oh, yes, it's another drone video." And I sat there watching the video. Wow!
I still hold that FPV film in the highest esteem. Probably one of the best ones.
I agree, Ken. I agree.
Yeah, Carolyn. Nurk is master flyer, very much so indeed. Right, we're going to show one more video because I want to. So, everyone happy? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Roll it. Here we go.
Overtime. Cool. Looks like it was raining that day.
Yeah, it started to rain at the end. That was probably the second or third pack.
Sure, I reckon
That added to the video, though, in my opinion. That kind of added to the whole ambiance of the thing.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, well, it's actually quite close to where Adrian lives. He's in the chat. Johnson FPV. It's around the corner. So he says, "Do you want to come and fly here?" So I went, "Yeah, why not?" So it's probably about my third or fourth time flying in a bando, and that's what they call it, an abandoned building. I didn't know that. Yeah.
And they have a new one now, don't they? Did I read somewhere? They have a new bando location for Yorkshire drone seekers.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that today. They've been out there today, haven't they?
Yeah.
So seriously, the UK's got to be full of them, right? Post-industrial, United Kingdom. There's got to be a ton of old locations.
Places like Sheffield, obviously, you had a lot of sort of factories. And that.
It's not as bad as it looks, by the way.
I like Sheffield. I think Sheffield's a great place. I've been there several times.
But I think it's great how they've done that original bando, with all the obstacles, etc. So that you can practice your flying. I thought it was quite innovative to do that.
Indeed. Right, well, that's unfortunately all we've got time for. Jane, thanks ever so much for joining us.
No problem.
And it's great to, have one of your drone seekers. I know we've had Chris on the show before. I've asked Steve a couple of times and he's like, nah, you're right. So one day maybe. But, well, I look forward to sometime maybe come up to Sheffield and go and fly with you guys.
No, definitely. Anytime.
Yeah, I will, indeed. Anyway, so thanks, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed the show. And we'll do the same again next week, as always.
Yes.
And have a good week with whatever you're doing, whether you're flying or like me, go to work for the next 5 days. And, do I look happy? No. Okay. Have a good week, all. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.